Hello, my name is Jonathan Walker, and I just about 2 weeks ago bought this Tesla Y Juniper, a 2026 edition.
Hi, my name is Steve Reed, and we got PPF on both the Model 3 and the Model Y at ALSET.
I'm Stephanie Zalowski from La Jolla, California, and I have a brand new 2026 Model Y, and look at her. She's beautiful.
Hi, my name is Randy. I got the PPF on my Cybertruck.
My name is Greg Van Duzer, and I have a 2026 Tesla Y model.
I have a Model 3 Tesla 2024, and this is it.
What made you decide to get PPF on your Tesla?
I actually had a recommendation from the Tesla dealer to come to ALSET, and I had a similar thing on my previous car, and it did a pretty good job of preserving the original paint finish and preventing stone damage and other things, stains, and so I wanted the same quality job with this, and they did it.
I put it on previous Teslas, and it always kept the car looking brand new. I mean, years and years, and it looks like a brand new car. So when we got these two, we made sure we did it again.
So what made me decide to get PPF was a couple of things. Number one, it looks cool. I've always wanted a matte black vehicle. Number two, the ease of use to take care of it. I live in La Jolla near the beach, and so because of that, there's a lot of seagull droppings. I don't actually have a garage, so I wanted something to be able to protect the car and not have to worry about it.
The primary reason I decided to get the PPF on my Cybertruck is the stainless steel body. It turned out to be time consuming to keep clean, smudges, fingerprints, that sort of thing.
I wanted to protect the paint and the finish on the car from road scuff and debris.
I decided to get PPF on my Tesla because I've heard stories about how Tesla's paint job is only 3 layers thin and that rocks and stuff do damage pretty quickly. And a friend of mine had PPF put on his Tesla Y, and I liked the way it looked.
What surprised you most about PPF?
I guess that it's virtually invisible. It gives a slightly higher gloss to the paint. It just looks like a brand new car plus, and the value is obviously there.
I've done it on previous cars, so I wasn't too surprised, but it does surprise other people when I show it to them that they really can't tell it's on there. It just, the paint always looks good and doesn't have scratches and chip marks all over it like most other cars do after a few years.
So what surprised me most was, like, again, just how easy it is going to be to actually take care of the vehicle. I knew that it would kind of protect the paint, but I was shocked at how kind of low maintenance all of it is.
The most surprising thing about the PPF for me was just how well it worked. It didn't just make it easier to clean, it made it a lot easier to clean. I mean, rather than spending 45 minutes to clean the truck, I could do it in 15.
What surprised me the most was how beautiful it came out, looking shiny and like better than new.
Oh, how resilient it is, and how thin it is, and how well it's protected my car. I'm really happy that I have it on.
I was really surprised how good it looked on my car. I still get compliments today.
Was the cost of PPF worth it to you, and why?
Definitely. Yep. Like I said, I want to preserve the high quality of the finish, no damage, no chips, no flaws or whatever from road debris or what we call foreign object damage in the aviation business. And that's what it's going to do. And I'm glad I got it. I think it's a good deal. And this place did a good job.
I definitely think it's worth it. I take really good care of my cars. I want them to look their best, and it is an expense, but I think I don't know. I spend all that money on the car. I want it to look as good as it can, and the PPF really does help with that.
So the cost was definitely worth it to me. I usually keep my cars for 10 plus years, so just knowing that I'm not going to have to deal with anything major when it comes to taking care of the paint, all worth it.
The cost of the PPF was totally worth it to me. Cybertruck is my work vehicle. I work in vineyards, dusty, dirty work conditions. The truck gets dirty a lot, so it helps me keep it clean easily and with washings every week and so on. It's totally worth it.
Well, it's a lot cheaper than a new paint job, and it'll keep it looking new a long time.
I would definitely say the cost was worth it. And I think the price that Allset charged me was reasonable. Why? Because, like I said before, it's protected my car from all sorts of dirt and paint discoloration and rocks and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was worth the price.
If a friend of yours was hesitant about PPF, what would you tell them to make them consider getting it?
Give them a high recommendation, 10 out of 10. If you have doubts after hearing me rave about it, then go check the place out. They're friendly, they offer high quality, and it's a good value.
Well, first I'd show them the PPF on the car. My car's almost new, but my wife's is over 2 years old and it's in perfect shape. Usually, when they see it, if they're willing to spend the money, they'll decide to do it. I've had several friends do it after I showed them how good the car looked after years.
So if a friend was hesitant, probably either because of the cost or they wanted to know maintenance, I would explain all of it to them, let them know how much the cost is actually worth it, how low maintenance it is, and just how easy the whole process was. I mean, you guys were amazing. You literally had it for the week. I came back and it was done. To me, it's a no-brainer.
So, if one of my friends was hesitant about getting PPF on their car, I would point out that this is actually the second time that my wife and I have purchased the PPF for our vehicles. We got it on hers first for the purpose of protecting the paint. When it came to the Cybertruck, obviously no paint, but I did want to protect the finish. The primary reason was also to make it easier to keep clean, to maintain the finish. And we're very happy with it. The next vehicle, we'll do it again. We're that happy.
One thing I would tell them is how great it is to have on your car and how it protects your car. And that they don't have to get a full body protection, which is what I have. They can just get certain parts of their car protected, and that it's well worth the money.
And for bonus points, why would you choose ALSET Auto and why should other people choose ALSET Auto?
I really like the people. Their follow through is great. It's guaranteed for life, and they ask you to come back later for an inspection, make sure things are still in good shape, and I'm looking forward to that too. I like it.
I like that Allset is Tesla focused. Um, they do a great job and their price is reasonable. I don't see why I would go anywhere else for PPF at this point.
I chose ALSET Auto because you guys specialize in Teslas, um, and I know a lot of this has to do with cutting and trimming and making sure the PPF fits properly to the car. So it's always good to go somewhere where they practice a lot on the type of car that you're having a PPF applied to.
I would highly recommend AllSet Auto. My uncle actually got his Cybertruck done here, which is how I found out about you guys. He does a ton of research, looks at reviews, talks to people, and you guys came highly recommended. And the customer service has been top notch. I'm someone who can be a little bit of a worrywart. I've texted you guys many times with questions. You've always responded so kindly and gave me all the information I needed and put me at ease. And again, customer service, fast response, ease of response, and how lovely you guys have been. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I chose ALSET Auto based on a couple of reasons. First, we did, the typical research, installer review kind of thing. ALSET came rated very highly. But then second, I went in and met with Kyle and walked in the back in the shop to look at some of the vehicles where they were installing the PPF systems. There was a Cybertruck back there. I saw it, but there were a lot of other cars, not just Teslas. I think there was a Lincoln back there. But they were doing a beautiful job, really attention to detail, high quality craftsmanship. So I was very pleased with what I saw. I would highly recommend anyone considering a PPF install to consider ALSET.
Well, the reason I chose Allset, number one, is because they were close to where I live. And once I got there, it was because of the attentiveness of Kyle that made the difference. I met him, I talked with him, it was one of the reasons that I went with them. And I felt confident that Kyle would do a good job on my car, which they did do. And like I said, if it weren't for him, I probably would have gone somewhere else. So ALSET did a great job on my car. Not only do I have PPF on it, I also have the windows tinted. And they turned the car around when they said they would. And any minor things that I noticed, they fixed right away. So, like again, thanks Kyle for all the work that ALSET has done for me.